you finally made it. This is the last video, casual to pro level, right? Pretty much we're just gonna just talk about how, like, what are the steps? How do we get there, right? How does one get interested? How does one get more involved with this, with the fighting game community? So we're gonna go through that, right? Obviously, the first thing is like you want to make sure you understand what your character has to offer, right? Obviously, entering online tournaments, like those type of scenarios, those are really important to use, and also studying up, right? So we're gonna go through and just kind of you know just talk, right? Making sure you understand what your character has to offer. So Dan, he's a new character. He's also my main right now, so I just been playing him a lot. He's supposed to be the worst character in the game because that's just Dan. Dan's lore is his joke character. But he's been really fun, right? I've been really putting a lot of time into him in terms of combos and execution, like hours and hours, right? And you want to know what your character's strength is, right? Look at this. I'm able to keep the opponent in the corner. This is pretty much like how a standard like Street Fighter fight 5 game would work. Is putting your opponent in the corner, right? He spends the V reversal to lower the stun. You want to make sure you understand all your options, right? How we talked about from the first 5 videos of like V triggers, V skills, fundamentals, what your character can do in terms of combos, how to bait your opponents, right? Boom. This is all like things you want to finally put in into one just like document and just kind of study it over and over so you can naturally fill that void in, right? And then when you're able to do all that, right, getting all these combos, anti-air properly, right, like, get these confirms or crush counters, your little block strings, then I feel like you want to go online, play these online matches, right? I think stuff like that really does help a lot when you play online matches to kind of get your practice going, right? Obviously, um, you might not know where your locals are or regionals or tournaments are, but there's always ranked matches, and ranked matches helps a lot because it can teach you all these different matchups, right? You want to know all these different matchups. The don't knowing all the different matchups does help a lot, right? Because it really does like kind of polish your skills, right? You gotta like know adapt in a scenario. Kind of how do I land this combo? How do I punish? How do I use the V skill properly? Like if you look at this match right here that we're watching, all these scenarios we're showing the V triggers, we're showing the V shifts, we're showing the V reversal, we're showing the combos, we're showing the jump ins, we're showing the anti-airs, right? We're showing the V breaks, we're showing the supers, we're showing the EX moves, we're showing the block strings, we're showing the throws, right? We're showing what each character can do in the scenario. You have to know your character's strengths and weakness. If you know your character strength and weakness, it's gonna really help your game a lot, right? So what else can people do in the scenario, right? So obviously there's like this tense scenario right here. Like how can I land the super? How can I land a super right here? How can I get the pressure going? How can I get this win? Time is running out. Clock is ticking, right? I'm blocking my life. He just needs one little light. He gets nervous. So he misses the anti-air, right? I go for a throw, back throw, 5 seconds left on the clock. What's gonna happen? And he jumps, and I bait him out. Look at that. You see that bait, the hard read, keeping like composed in that scenario. Like 3 seconds left. I just kept going, man. And that's I can't that is like one example of how to just like the start from casual to pro level. Most people in the casual section, they might not have been that clutch in that scenario, and they might have just dashed in there and walked into the pressure and just get they might have lost in that scenario right there. Right. Obviously, online online is online. You can learn but so much. You might you might not get what you want, right? You might not be able to talk to the person you're fighting. You want no tips. So obviously, we are in COVID after, and hopefully when COVID is over, locals, regionals, right? Majors, like, cause like obviously you guys heard of Evo or like CEO, Common Breaker, or even just like where, depending on where you live, you have locals, right, around the world. There's locals around the world every day. Before COVID, there was like a local tournament happening, right? So it's always nice. So I do think that like that's something that you want to do if you want to pursue even further how to get to that next level. And you think that online rank match is not giving you like the like enough like just training, or you already past that gap. It's gonna what's really gonna help is you attending these locals once COVID is over. And let's say right now, if because COVID's, what you can do is enter online tournaments. Enter online tournaments. Join a Discord community for like your local region. There's online locals everywhere. Online locals is a thing at this point, and that's something you do. I've been entering online tournaments this whole year. And my goal is to win 100 online tournaments this year. I'm at 30 out of 100 right now. It's pretty nice, right? 30 out of 100 tournaments. So I know a lot of people don't know where to find these tournaments. Just Facebook community. Go on your social media platforms, check it out. Every week there's if, depending on where you're from, East Coast and West Coast, there's always a next level battle circuit. It's on the East Coast side, hosted by Team Spooky. West Coast side is Wednesday Night Fights by a level up series for Street Fighter 5 and for other various games too as well too. So there's a lot of just different tournaments everywhere, and I would say Wednesday is the hot spot for like really big just viewership in terms of tournaments. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, you guys can definitely check that one out, right? That one's gonna help a lot. It's gonna help level up your game, right? You could just be even watching just the tournament if you don't feel confident into entering the locals, the just the locals. They even have online majors as well if you want to enter just for fun, right? And that stuff like that experience, because you want that feeling of something is on the line. Because you're in a tournament, you're gonna have that feeling in your chest, and you want to just you don't want to ignore that feeling, but you want to conquer that feeling. And entering tournaments will help you with that. Playing ranked matches can, like I said, they can help you, but so much. They can help you polish your execution, polish your combos, but it's not going to help you polish your pressure. So think about entering online tournaments. And then now we're gonna talk about how to use. Like, let's say if you don't know how to find the matches, what you can do is you could use CFN. The game Street Fighter 5 has CFN, Capcom Fighters Network, and you can search for characters, right? You can search for replays, and you can search for like past 24 hours characters used, right? And characters versus that. So if you're a Ryu main and you're trying to find how does a Ryu main beat a Ryu main? Look all the footage right here. You can find all this different type of content on the Capcom Fighters Network, which is really nice. And you could even find like Ken versus Chun Li, right? There's a lot of characters that you can find. They have the whole cast. So if you need specific matchups, they will have it because everyone's playing on ranked match, right? And that's gonna help you refine your gameplay even more. And because that's gonna help you refine the gameplay even more, I think that's gonna really sharpen your skills as a player from casual to pro level. So now final thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the pro training series powered by GameStop. And this is Justin Wong, and another fight is coming my way, and I will leave you guys to it, man. Have a good one. Peace.